In a small village surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a young girl named Elara. She had faced a lot of sadness in her short life. Her parents had passed away when she was very young, and she had been raised by her grandmother. Despite all the hardships, her grandmother always stayed positive and told Elara about the power of faith. Every day, Elara and her grandmother would visit the village chapel. They would light candles and say quiet prayers. The villagers often spoke about how strong her grandmother's faith was. They said, even when life gets tough, faith is the light that will guide you. One cold winter night, a terrible storm hit the village. Snow fell heavily, and the winds roared through the trees. By evening, the storm was so strong that the whole village lost power. The air grew colder, and the house grew quiet. Elara stayed close to her grandmother, who was already feeling weak. The storm outside seemed endless, and Elara felt scared. She held her grandmother's hand tightly. "Please don't leave me," she whispered, afraid that her grandmother wouldn't survive the night. Her grandmother, though weak, smiled and said, "Elara, remember, never lose your faith. Even when things are hard, faith will always keep you strong. It's like a light that will guide you, no matter how dark it gets." Elara nodded and whispered a prayer, holding on to her grandmother's words. She prayed for the storm to stop, but also for the strength to keep going. As dawn came, the storm slowly began to quiet down. The winds died down, and the sun started to shine through the clouds. Elara felt a warmth fill the room, even though it was still cold outside. Her grandmother smiled softly and said, "See, Elara, the storm has passed. Faith helped us through the night." Elara looked out the window. The world had changed overnight. The snow was still there, but now the sun shone brightly on everything, making it all look peaceful and beautiful. Years passed, and Elara grew up. She carried her grandmother's words with her and always remembered to have faith, no matter what life brought her way. The village began to see Elara as someone who could help others through difficult times, just like her grandmother had done. One day, as Elara stood in the chapel with her grandmother, now very old, she remembered everything her grandmother had taught her. She knew that, like her grandmother, she would never lose her faith, and that it would always be the light inside her heart.